You're watching Ride the Teacups and we're trading pins.
Hey guys, it's Steve with Ride the Teacups. We help you out before, during, and after your trip. One of the things you might want to do on your trip is go pin trading. Now, if you've read our blogs on RideTheTeacups.com, you know that's kind of one of the more expensive things that you can do. But if it is something you want to do, we want to help you out. But I have never done it before. Next time we go, I have some pins to trade. I am really excited to try it out for myself for the first time. But in the meantime, my buddy Jaxson has actually done a lot of pin trading over the years. He knows all of the ins and outs, and I wanted to get him to share all of his expertise with you. So take this time right now, hit subscribe, the red button right down there below this video, so that we can bring more content just like this to you to help you with your family Disney trip, or just make some cool memories at home. And watch for when the March Hare tells you to like the video. We'll all do it at the same time and blow up YouTube's algorithm, get everyone's attention so they can see these tips too. Thanks so much for watching. Take it away, Jaxson.
You can trade pins with cast members, other pin traders you find at Disney parks, or online. Cast member, what does that mean? You can identify cast members walking around the parks because they have a vest, and they'll often have a lanyard either around their necks or hanging off their hip with a bunch of pins on it. You can also identify cast members at shops because they'll also have cork boards with pins that you can select to trade from. The first step is be respectful. Introduce yourself. Like I would say, "Hi, I'm Jaxson. I really like that pin over there. May I see it?" And so often they'll take the lanyard off their hip or their neck, or they'll take the corkboard and move it over to you. Never touch the pins without asking, because that's someone else's property. You don't want to disrespect them and disrespect their belongings. So once they show you the pin, and if you think you like it, then you can say, "Hey, I would like to trade that pin for one of my own." Okay, so a couple rules that they're looking for. First off, they're looking for the official Disney pin backing. It's going to be this black rubber stopper in the shape of a Mickey Mouse head. They're also looking for the official Disney copyright. Sometimes you may have the Disney pin trading logo, and that just kind of is an extra step in affirming that your pin is official and safe to trade, but it may not always have that. Hey, I really like your Merida pin.
This one up here?
Yeah, may I see it?
Thank you for asking. Yes, you may. Here you are.
Thank you. What do you think of Mushu?
Mushu is fantastic. May I see it?
Of course.
Thank you. No dishonor on this one, I see. Would you like to trade?
Do you have the backing for Merida?
Well, you'll keep your own backing. So,
Then yes, I would like. Oh,
perfect. Go ahead and take Mushu and take the back off, please. Keep your. I'll put this on here. Thank you for trading.
thank you.
Have a magical day.
We introduced ourselves to each other. I initiated the trade by expressing interest in one of his pins and by asking if he was interested in one of mine. Then I asked to inspect his pin, and he asked to see mine. So we both looked for the Disney copyright logo and made sure that each other had the official Disney backing. Then we actually made the trade agreement and exchanged pins. And then we politely thanked each other and then wished each other a good day.
And have a magical day.
Okay, you can trade with any cast member up to 2 times a day, but that's just each cast member. So if you see another cast member across from Main Street, then you can go walk up to them and initiate another trade. So there really is not much of a limit on how much you can trade pins with cast members, especially when you go to any of the vendors or the shopkeepers with cork boards, because they have a much larger selection than any of the cast members you see roaming the streets. And if you ask nicely, they may even let you do the third. And then there's trading with other people. So the main difference between trading with cast members and trading with other people is that cast members are Disney employees. So they're definitely the safer option if you have children who would like to trade because they're less likely to give you an unfair deal. And they tend to be a lot more kind and respectful because that's their job. They're expected to be amazing at customer service. With other visitors and pin traders at Disney parks, they don't necessarily have that same requirement. But even though this isn't necessarily a job requirement of other Disney traders, they tend to be very nice and respectful and follow the general rules and protocols of pin trading. But parents, remember, if you don't know these people, then they're strangers, and it's always better to watch your children and to make sure that they're safe no matter what. Cast members will always accept a valid trade. However, other pin traders do not have to, so that's completely their decision whether they accept or deny your trade. Some things to watch out for include: know the value of your pins. If someone asks you or expects you to trade something that you're not willing to or that makes you uncomfortable, then don't do it. Always ask to inspect the pin and check the back for the Disney copyright. Make sure that it's a valid Disney trading pin. If not, then you have every right to stop that trade right then. A valid trading pin is any pin that is associated with Disney, so it generally will have either a character or an attraction or some other Disney design, and it will have a copyright, so it's a little C with a circle and it says Disney. It will also come with a plastic Disney Mickey Mouse shaped stopper. Rubber, not plastic. It comes with a rubber Mickey Mouse shaped black stopper. If you would like to trade old pins and don't have this particular type of backing, you are able to buy them in bulk from any store that sells Disney pins. So I do recommend trading with other people. Many traders that you will encounter at Disney parks will have massive trading binders filled with pins. So sometimes it can be a little bit tedious to search through all their pins to look for one that you're interested in. However, they definitely have a larger variety of pins than most cast members. However, if you see that a cast member does have a pin that you are interested in, they're always the safest person to approach first if you're looking to trade. Okay, so then there's trading online. So this is generally going to be where you're looking for pins that are extremely limited edition, so maybe under 100 were made. And so these tend to be very valuable, they tend to go for higher prices. If something feels wrong about the situation, it probably is. If there's a pin that's 1 out of 25 pins created, you're likely not going to see it selling for $10. Your instinct should be, stay away, that doesn't sound right. So often online vendors like eBay will let you see the profile of the individual selling the goods, so you can make sure that they've had other successful exchanges or sales. But what happens if you receive a fake pin or you don't get a pin at all? If you find that you've gotten a counterfeit pin from an online vendor, you are able to go through that vendor. For example, if you bought it through eBay, you can contact eBay and let them know that you did not get the product that you ordered. If you're trading on Facebook and receive a counterfeit, then your first step should always be to contact the person you received the pin from. If they don't respond to you, or if they deny your claims, you can go to the Facebook group administrators. The Facebook group admins can help you figure out your next steps, as well as to warn other Facebook group members about that seller. Although pin trading may seem daunting to get into at first because you see a lot of people with massive collections of pins and there's so many different types of them, like who wouldn't get excited? Start small. Don't feel like you have to go big and order hundreds of pins your first go around. The way I started was just getting one pin every time I went to Disneyland, and my collection has grown from there. Otherwise, have fun, be safe, and ride the teacups.